I have figured it out. I was born to be an entrepreneur, to lead, create, and come up with new ideas, to be wealthy and change the world, to help people in need and motivate all to reach their full potential. I mean, I couldn't even say it that good right now if I even tried to think about it. I don't know what came to me. So and that's kind of crazy, right? I wrote that down 4 years ago. That was January 20th, 2015. I wrote that down, and it's crazy now that I read it. All of that is true. I did become an entrepreneur. I am changing lives. I'm motivating people. I am doing what I really wanted to do or how I wanted to see my life. So I encourage you to do the same. Imagine, pretend, write down how you want your life to be. Even if it's not like that at all right now. I'm going to go ahead and write down. I'm going to see $300,000 in my savings account. I'm going to be married to a beautiful, handsome gentleman, and I'm going to have 3 children that are nice and loyal and educated, and one on its way. I'm going to run a successful business. I'm going to be sitting in my backyard with the white picket fence, and I'm going to be writing down in my journal and reading my book and enjoying my plants. Well, you get the point. So it's a little cheesy, right? But literally, if you write it down and you imagine your life the way you want it to be, something about the law of attraction. I mean, I'm so mind boggled when I run into my old journal and I read all my stuff in there. Okay, so continue watching the video to hear more, but it's crazy. Hey guys, Yegi here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do a motivational video, and it's probably my last motivational video for 2018, and I got inspired to do this video because I came across my old journal, or a journal that I wrote down my goals in, or my bucket list priorities in 2016. So this was a little bit over 2 years ago. So it's August 10th, 2016. And it really hit me that I really want to do this video right now. And honestly, it's the holidays. I've been really busy with good stuff, but also I've been overwhelmed and for some reason really out of it, and really unmotivated for some reason. I don't know why. Usually I'm really good at staying motivated, but I needed a little bit of pick me up. So I finally decided that I was gonna turn off the TV. I was gonna get my butt up. I was gonna go to the gym first, and I did a kickboxing class, and that already put me in a better mood. But for some reason I was still kind of unmotivated. I was feeling a little bit better, but I decided to literally turn off the TV as I was watching it right now and pull up an old journal to overlook it, right, and try to end my year more on a positive note. Or honestly, I pulled it out to write down my to-do list for tomorrow, to try to get the ball rolling with my life again, right? And I came across this journal because my journal that I was using currently was all full with my daily to-do list and all that good stuff, right? So I was like, okay, let me grab a journal to just start writing my to-do list for tomorrow, because I'm gonna wake up, you know, when we finally get motivated again. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna change it around, right? So anyways, long story short, this is what I came across, and I want to emphasize the fact how important it is to write stuff down and to really focus on it in order for them to come true. It is really crazy. Anytime I've come across my older goals and I went and I read it, it's just amazing how they've actually became true and how I've actually accomplished them. So now, and it makes you feel so good. And now I feel like I finally just automatically snapped out of my funk / borderline depression mode for this past 3-4 days. I don't know why I've been like that, but something must have triggered it, right? And I encourage you to do the same. So what I came across is things I'm grateful for that I had done this, I don't know, this one. the pages before it, my bucket list was from 2015. So I don't know how I came across this now, but it was great reading the things that I'm grateful for, and it really cheered me up, and it reminded me that I have so much to be grateful for. And a few things on here were very simple too, like my parents, my job, my friends, my dog, all the things I've accomplished at my age, my education, because no one can take that away from me, even my body, my brother, even my car is on here. What else do I have on here? To have food and money to do the things that I really want to do. So it really reminded me of how blessed I am with everything that I have, and I'm so glad I came across this, and it snapped me out of my mood, because I didn't want to end my year in kind of a funk or I don't know, I guess kind of ungrateful. So I encourage you to do a what I'm grateful for list before you end your year, and just put it somewhere. You know, one day you'll come across it, it'll cheer you up, or have it handy, so anytime you're in a funk, kind of like how I was, you can read it and remind yourself of the things that you're grateful for to snap out of it. Okay, back and read them. Most of them I've done something about, or it's not that big of a deal and I'm over it, right? But anytime that you're upset or you're in a funk, that's what I suggest you do too. Just write really like what you're unhappy about. Sometimes when you write it down, then you read it, it makes you think that, wow, really it's not that big of a deal. Once you get it out there, out of your mind, it sometimes doesn't feel as bad. So it's kind of like venting. So if you don't have somebody to vent to, write it down. Okay, but the thing I kind of was mind blown about was this bucket list priority list. Okay, so usually I have like a long bucket list of things that I kind of cross off as I accomplish it, because it just makes me feel good, to have things to look forward to or goals to work towards. But what really just inspired me right now to do this video and get excited about life again was my bucket list. My in 2016, when I did my bucket list priorities, and there it says fashion line. So back then I guess I really wanted to have my own fashion line, and now that I think about it, I did try that. I did try Yegi fashion, and I realized it's not really for me. You know, I'm gonna stick to what I do best with my motivation and my lash company. So I crossed that off. So it still made me feel good, and I made a note next to it that I already tried it and it's not really what I want right now. So moving on to the next item, right? The next thing is do yoga regularly, and which I have been. I've been doing it in the mornings at least twice a week, sometimes maybe once a week, sometimes 3 times a week, but at least I have made it part of my life, because back then I guess I practice of how good it is for you, for your body, for your balance, for your flexibility, for all of the above. So I was very happy about that. And then the next one says salsa with a partner, or belly dancing if you're single. So I kind of found that humorous, that I had a backup plan if I was single or in a relationship. But I'm in a relationship, and I actually did start the salsa lessons with Gary, and I'm really excited for it. And it just makes me feel so good that the stuff that I put on my bucket list priority, 2 years later, literally all of them I was able to cross off. And how amazing is that? So it just made me kind of want to do that again now, and write down bigger and better goals, so then I can make sure I accomplish them, right? All right, now another thing on there, it says YouTube videos. Okay, so I don't know what had started me to want to do YouTube videos. Actually, I know, and it wasn't for the money. It was mainly because I really wanted to work on my public speaking skills, because I am dying to be a motivational speaker. Hopefully I'm already motivational. Well, some people tell me I am. Well, okay, no. I try to be motivational. I try to be inspiring for people around me that know me, like in real life, not online. And everybody has always told me that I am very inspiring to them. And something inside me, honestly, has told me that I'm meant to be a motivational speaker. That's my calling for the world, to change people's lives for the better, to help them live their best, fullest potential version of their life. So I know that's what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's why my YouTube video was on here. But it took me a really long time to get comfortable in front of the camera and get used to my face and my voice and all that stuff. So right now, looking back, that 2 years ago, that was one of my goals, is to do at least one video. It makes me feel great because now I have about, I want to say about 32,000 followers, which is amazing for me because I never really tried too hard to, you know, be a YouTuber. So again, it made me feel great. I wrote it down. Something about the law of attraction. I'm telling you guys, you have to dream big. You have to dream big and write stuff down, focus on them, put it in the universe, and you'd be surprised 2 years later, like me, I am right now reading your list. Wow, all of that has came true. Okay, the next thing on there is ride a motorcycle. I did that. It happened. So I mean, I don't ride it regularly because I'm not great at it, but I did try it. I did ride it, right? So that's another thing checked off. Next thing says design websites. I'm pretty sure I was referring to my own website for the eyelashes, for my eyelash business, Yegi Lashes or Yegi Beauty. So that's definitely a check. Actually, now our website's pretty advanced, so I feel very proud of that. Pay off all credit card debt. Okay, so let me tell you this. Back then, that was a huge pain in my life, right? Nobody likes to be in debt, and I had gotten into some good amount of credit card debt. And the reason for that was because I really was trying to start a business. I had no help from anybody, but I was gonna do it no matter what. Okay, so I had gotten in a little bit of trouble, and mind you, I didn't have the best budgeting skills or the shopping habits. But anyway, so one of my goals was to pay off all credit card debt. Okay, that's one thing I really wanted to do, is never have any credit card debt, because I hate that feeling of knowing I owe money to someone or I'm spending money that's not mine and all that blah blah blah, right? So actually now I even have, I'm not gonna say how much, but I even have a good amount of savings, and I have zero credit card debt. So that did come true because I made it a priority and I wrote it down. I put it in the universe. I tried. I worked hard at it, and it happened. So, but I do remember back then it kind of felt impossible because I was more or less in debt for over $100,000, which is a lot for me. Okay. And now I can say I paid that off and probably saved that much, or if not more, in my savings account. So yeah, it's amazing, the power of our minds. Okay. Another thing says pay off $40,000 loan. Again, when I started my business, I had no one to help me. I had no money. I had nothing. Actually, the one thing I had for me is I had gone to school. So this, I guess, is also motivation that it is very important to go to school, build your credit, have a job, office job, references, all that good stuff, because all of that helped me to get a business loan, or else nobody was going to give me a business loan, you know, if I didn't look good on paper, in other words. So that was the last thing on my list, to pay off that $40,000 loan, because it was accruing so much interest and I was wasting so much money from having a loan or having debt each month. Only at least like $500 or more was going to interest for no reason to these banks, right? So again, now looking back, I have paid all of that off. I am totally debt free. Okay, sounds like a commercial. I am debt free. Okay, just kidding. But yeah, so I really believe in writing down what you want, focusing towards it, and making goals, because that's the only way we're going to be able to cross them off. If you don't do anything about it, if you don't write it down, if you don't dream big, it will not happen. So yeah, that's my list. I'm kind of amazed by it. I'm still shocked that every single item on here 2 years later is fully crossed off. Okay, my life around, that is the date. January 20th, 2015 is when I realized that I need to change my life. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was my little light bulb. Well, part of it was getting denied a job opportunity that I really wanted, and they said I can't have it. But also I don't know, I think just a few things throughout my life at that point finally led me to this conclusion. I'm gonna read it to you. I have figured it out. I was born to be an entrepreneur, to lead, create, and come up with new ideas, to be wealthy and change the world, to help people in need and motivate all to reach their full potential. I mean, I couldn't even say it that good right now if I even tried to think about it. I don't know what came to me and I wrote that down, but now hopefully this helps. Hopefully this is motivating. I wanted to end my year with this, or the last motivational video for the year with this, because I really believe that knowing what you want and figuring out what your purpose is gonna be the ultimate goal, or the ultimate realization you're gonna have to happiness or to your dreams. There's no such thing as dreaming too big or making too big of plans. Even if something seems crazy to you, just write it down, believe it, imagine it, and see it come alive. If you're finding yourself unmotivated and in a funk like I was, I encourage you right now, turn everything off, grab a piece of paper, and start writing some goals and dreams and some bucket list items that will get the ball rolling. Thank you so much for watching. Yegi here again. Please like, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram at Life of Yegi. That's the motivation Instagram. That's my personal Instagram. Or Yegi Lashes if you're into lashes. I would really appreciate your help and your feedback, and comment below. Tell me some goals you have. Tell me some issues you have. Let's vent together about the funk we are in, or we were in, and what helps us get out of it. Thank you for watching again. Bye.